Good evening. Have you all got the Wednesday feeling? We're happy to be here for a Funky Fossil live at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday evening with yours truly, Sarah Gray. And I can already see from the chat that Olga is creating mayhem in the comments. So she's been super excited all afternoon. And I'm sure she'll carry on being super excited as we reveal her new collection this evening, which is Dark Alchemy. I am hoping you can hear and see me okay, because Mr. G is on a train back from London. He has deserted me this week, so I've done all the technical stuff myself, so I'm not entirely confident that it's all working okay. But if you can hear and see me, then that's okay. I've got all the lights on, so I can barely see the camera. I hope I'm not dazzling you all. I'd rather the products dazzled you rather than my overlit studio, but I'm hoping it's all okay. So you can hear and see me okay. I can see lots of you piling on in as well to the comments. So it's lovely to have your company this evening. Olga was coaching me before we went live to make sure I remind you on a regular basis to like and share. Please do as much as you can. Not everyone can share, but certainly like. We like to tell Mr. YouTube that we've got a lot of activity going on here, and we also want to make sure as many people as possible get to see this fabulous collection. Olga's done a reel for it, so she will be, as she and I will be sharing that in lots of places after we go live. So yeah, you do spot an apron, Therese. I'm gonna reveal my apron in a second. So let me say, it's such a busy time. I am so excited. I've got Craft Collective news. I've got this new collection. I've got giveaways. And fabulous samples. And I might even try to get a demo in as well. And I know that fabulous friends of Funky Fossil, like our wonderful Rachel Harris, like Brian and Olga, are all planning, and I know Belinda's done some amazing things with the collection too. They're all planning to be sharing lots of inspiration with you. So buckle up. We're going to have an amazing kind of couple of days of fantastic makes for you all to enjoy. Oh, hi, Carol. Lovely to see you. Right, let me say some hellos before I show you my apron, and then before we start to look at this amazingness that I've got on my desk. So let me see. I've got obviously Olga's here, as you'd imagine. Although she did tell me that we were about to go live an hour ago, so she's still struggling with the time difference, but she's here now. Maxine, lovely to see you. I hope your head's better, lovely. Selena, Donna, Denise, Julie. I'm sure I saw Dawn earlier in this feed. I'm fairly sure I saw Brian, and of course we should wish our wonderful Brian from the design team a very, very happy birthday. Today's his birthday. He thinks that we've arranged all of this just for his birthday, but fortunately it is just a coincidence. But very happy birthday, Brian, and I hope you've had a wonderful day so far. Shannon, lovely to see you. Steph, yeah. There are rub-ons, Steph. Is that just a general observation on life, rub-ons? There are rub-ons in this collection. Have you seen them? Have you seen something somewhere? Olga won't have been able to keep it to herself. Amanda, Karen, Dawn. Oh, thank you, everybody. Oh, Erica's here in her official capacity as Stampanori. Ali, lovely to see you. Thank you, Ali. Oh yeah, it was your birthday last week, Olga, wasn't it? Sorry about us, Olga. We've missed it, haven't we? It's a joint birthday for Olga and Brian. Let's say it that way. Donna, lovely to see you. Sarah, hello. And Donna, I'm afraid to break the news to you early on in the live, just in case you feel you can't continue watching. There are no pigeons in this collection. I've just got to say that up front so you're aware. Right, so shall I show you my apron that I'm wearing? Because Erica and I are super excited about this. Oh, hi, Hannah. Lovely. Thank you for joining us for your first Why Not Wednesday, 7 o'clock every week. So yeah, I hope you'll come back and join us again. These are my favourite Wednesdays, when we've got some fabulous newness to share with you, because I just think everyone gets really excited to see that. I thought you might go, Donna. I didn't want to waste too much of your time. You know, I thought if you want to drop off, you ought to be given early warning. Vanessa. So yeah, let me show you this apron because it literally arrived just this very afternoon. So I don't know if you can see it. Can you see this? Like Craft Collective aprons. Woo, woo. Really lovely. Adjustable. Here's me in my modelling mode. Adjustable neck straps. Lovely size and length. Given most of us, I think, in the Craft Collective are quite diddy. It's not overly big on us, but it will certainly for those of you who are taller, it won't be too short either. Big pocket. Isn't it amazing? Really excited. So what we're going to do is I will put these on my website on Friday, obviously as part of our Craft Collective pages. We're currently building a website for the Craft Collective. Erica's on the job in between painting her new house. So we will have a website with our workshops and any products that we sell through that website. But until that is up and running, I'll put the aprons on the Craft Collective pages of my website on Friday. But the exciting thing is we were all chin wagging on messages earlier, and what we've decided to do is, if you don't already like and follow the Craft Collective Facebook page, so this is the Craft Collective Facebook page. We also have the Craft Collective Tribe, which is a group, but we'd like you to come and like and follow our Facebook page, Craft Collective, and we will be picking one lucky winner Friday morning to win one of these aprons. This one's mine. I will be hoping to make it very dirty, so it will be a new apron that you will receive. So yeah, if you're not already, I'm sure lots of you are, because I know I recognise so many of your names, and I know you've bobbed across to give us your support on there already. But if you haven't, then check out that page, and as long as you're a follower, you'll be in with a chance of, or follower or liked it, one of the others, then you'll be in with a chance to, no need to comment, no need to do anything, just we will pick somebody from those who like and follow that page. Oh, we've got another traveller. Last week it was Bev, wasn't it? She was on a ferry from Rotterdam watching, and somebody's now watching from a coach between Loch Ness and Edinburgh. I do like it when you watch on the move. Oh, bless you, Roxy Lee. Homework comes first. Where's the best place to post your funky fossil makes, Hannah? Good question. We have a funky fossil. I don't know why I called it this, because even I can't say it. A Fun with Funky Fossil Facebook group. There's over 2,000 of us in the group now. That's where everyone posts all their fabulous makes. We have a monthly challenge there, so it's a theme, and people can kind of post into the album every month to be with a chance of winning, and you'll see lots of people making and sharing with their funky fossil products. So certainly a good place to get into if you want to kind of start sharing what you're making. Hi Iona. I named it Fun with Funky Fossil. It's easy to type than it is to say, Olga. So yeah, so I hope you all like my apron. And obviously I'll have to be sending Leonie and Erica and Paula theirs. We'll be wearing them at our first workshop on the 9th of November, which is sold out. And we are getting very, 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 very close to having the dates and venues organised for certainly the first few months of 2025. So we'll be sharing those future workshop dates with you as well soon. Hello, Lynn. Lovely to see you. Not that late. You've not missed anything. We've been doing happy birthday hugs and hellos, and looking at my awesome apron. Did you see it, Lynn? There you go. One more. I have to go on tiptoe to get into the camera. Can you see that? Craft Collective aprons in the house. So yeah, you'll be able to get them on my website. But if you want to win one, then definitely go and check out the Craft Collective page. Thank you, Olga. Yes, the crack. Honestly, I haven't even been drinking. The Craft Collective page. Right. Oh, hi, Celia. Ah, it was you who's on the coach. wasn't sure who to name check, but I hope the journey's going well. It's foul weather here. It does have, sorry, I'll finish one sentence. It's foul weather here, so I hope you've had better weather in Scotland, Celia. It does. It has a big, I can't really stand tall enough to show you. It does have a big kind of front pocket. Big front pocket for all your things. I think aprons are meant to be dirty, aren't they? You should, a true crafter's apron. I need to start getting it dirty, so I'll be recording my Make It Sunday YouTube videos wearing it, and hope to get some kind of paint and splatters on it and make it look really, really, really real. Oh, you've had sun all day, Celia. Well, that's not fair. I can't jump on. I'll probably find that one of the cameras falls off its tripod, so I'm not going to take that risk. So there you go. You tuned in for craft. You've got a little bit of a fashion demo there. I'm nothing like our Tony with her Cedar Rose range, but I hope you all like the apron. Yes, for snacks, Sarah. That's what we'll be putting in our pockets and our aprons for sure. Oh, hi, Sophie. Lovely to see you. Oh, thank you, Roxley. Thank you. I hope you are enjoying the Sunday inspiration. I've been really enjoying filming them because it just gives me space or time to do slightly longer demos, have a play, and I'm still getting to grips with the format, but I'm starting to think, well, when I'm doing things that are quite intuitive, I'll probably just let the camera run and then we can speed it up. So you'll get a mix of more structured demos and sometimes just more demos of me having a bit of a make and a play. Wine gums. Oh, hi, Hazel, lovely. Good to see you. I thought you were... Well, was it yesterday you were on TV with Studio Light? So yeah, good to see you all. Now, Olga will get very annoyed with me if I don't actually show her wonderful new collection. It's called Dark Alchemy, and it's one that she has been really keen to do for some time. So I can't think what. We've had Turn It Up, the Fabulous Music one. We've had the Christmas one, Timeless Traditions. But this has been a bit of a pet project of Olga's, something that she's wanted to try. Obviously, we're kind of getting into spooky season, but this is absolutely not a Halloween-themed collection. It's got a slightly kind of magical vibe to it, but you'll be able to use it all year round and for all different types of projects, from vintage to nature to the kind of celestial starry skies. It covers a lot of bases. So what do you think, Olga? Should we show the reel first? Oh, blimey, a small tornado. Oh, hope you're all right, Shannon. Should we show? So I'm waiting for Olga to kind of tap in an answer. Shall we show the reel first, and then we'll actually get a look at the products as they sit on my desk, and then look at some of the samples? Is that the best way of doing it? Let's watch Olga's reel, because that gives us a quick overview, and then we can have a look at the products in more detail. So yes, she says yes. So bear with me, because I've now got to find out how to do it. This is when I need Olga in studio, really. I think I've worked it out, and I'm going to play it now. Did that play? Or are you watching me watching the video? Tell me if the reel played. Oh, it did play. That's all right. I'm looking at the comments. I think there's a time lag. So people are saying, yeah, we'd love to see it. And I'm thinking, it's playing. Can you see it? Are you just looking at me looking at it? Isn't it a fantastic collection? Look, you've had enough of me and my apron. Let's turn this camera around and you can enjoy what I've got in front of me here. So it is stunning. Now let me tell you when it's going to be available. Excuse me. It's going to be available on the Funky Fossil website from 8 a.m. on Friday. So we'll have the reels, more inspiration coming your way over the course of tomorrow, and then it'll be available to purchase from Friday morning. And I will, as I used to do when I was on TV, I will ensure that we bundle it with a fantastic discount on it, that you can get the individuals, so you can pick and mix and make your own collection, and try and make it as versatile as possible. So I'll do some mini bundles, I'll do a big bundle, and you can kind of work out which configuration most appeals to you. So 8 o'clock on Friday is definitely the time to bear in mind. Of course, if you get my newsletter, you'll be getting reminders about that, so you won't forget. Did you not get the washi tapes, Brian? That's the washi tapes and the dye I owe you then, lovely. I need to send out a new parcel. So I tell you what, Brian, you know I won't remember. Don't do it now, but tomorrow, will you pop me a message so that I make sure I put some aside for your next parcel. Right, let's start with the papers because they are spectacular, and Olga's papers always fly, and then we can look at how all these other elements build into these. So I think this is a good way of showing the kind of the general concept, and Olga will chip in if I'm not getting the concept right. But we had a number of names for this collection. They were kind of thinking about the herbologist, and then we were thinking something celestial, because it covers all those different bases. But it's all about kind of, I think, that somebody who likes to study nature and the skies, but also likes to kind of create their own potions and do some kind of quite magical things as well. So it's got a lot of facets to it. So for example, we've got pages like this, which is fabulous. They're just perfect for the cutting in and getting collage elements out of, or as a background in their own right. And you can definitely keep your eye on these repeating motifs of the kind of poison, caution, these kind of labels, because they come into play in the rub-ons. And they're the reason that I have been encouraging you all to get one of this week's pick of the weeks, which is an A6 stamp that Olga did last year called Beware, because you will see some of that artwork in this large collage stamp is actually echoed in the rub-ons and the papers. So this is a perfect add-on when you're shopping on Friday. Or if you're worried and you think, oh, actually, it might not still be in stock on Friday. If you want to order it now, and you order again on Friday, you know that I'll refund the postage. Sometimes I need a bit of a nudge, because if I've got a lot of orders, I don't always notice. But if you do place an order today for one of the pick of the weeks, and you want to also shop on Friday, then I will absolutely refund that postage. This is a fabulous one. So this is what I mean. It's all that kind of dark and dusty library, and kind of library and laboratory, really. So this is fabulous with all these kind of stacks of books. Here again, we can see these fantastic labels, perfect for cutting out and using as focal points or collage elements, but also as a background. It's not too strong. And then this is just glorious, isn't it? This kind of sense of these weathered drawers in a cabinet. So yeah, just again, you can imagine it. Just your imagination starts firing off in all sorts of directions. I love this one, particularly this kind of. There's a stencil that Olga and I did. Maybe it was 2 years ago, called Checkerboard. So you can see again how these kind of these patterns repeat throughout the art collections. They work so well together. But you've got this fantastic in this corner here. Like you've got the moon with the trees. Just honestly, it's a project in in a pad, as I always like to say. Hiya, Jane, lovely to see you. Back to the celestial. This kind of element here is mirrored in the rub-ons. So you again just got that kind of fade out of the kind of astrological chart. Isn't it just amazing? Hello, Simon, lovely. You enjoying it? Enjoying our wet weather now? You're back from the sunshine. Hello, Angela. This one's a great one. Lots of samples from the DT where they've cut out this element here, but as you can see, it's kind of got lace. It's got old washi tape, so it's sufficiently neutral to be a background. But there's also ways you can kind of break it up. This is stunning. So this sheet here of the measuring tapes. What have I done with it now? Where did I do it? So there's those two fantastic washi tapes that you saw in the VT, and now I can't even find what I did with the one that's on. I've rolled them, stuck them onto white card and can't see it now. I'll find it in the pile of samples, but there is a matching washi tape, which matches this both the colorway and also the sense of measuring tapes. I mean, how much use are you going to get out of that alone? Because it's one of those where you don't need to work too hard to incorporate it into a project. Measuring tape's always going to kind of blend with your project. Back to this kind of night sky and the kind of astrology. I love this, very luxurious. So you've got some neutrals in this paper pad, as we've been seeing. Then you've got some of these rich, vibrant indigo blues. This is a super usable page because, as you can imagine, lots of butterflies to cut out. Who doesn't like a butterfly? But also a stunning background page. And that will then, of course, tie in with our other washi tape, which is 3 centimetre wide washi tape, and that's got all the glorious butterflies with the text background. So this washi tape duo, I think you're absolutely going to love. And what I'm thinking of doing, and I'm thinking aloud, thinking as I speak, because I haven't put the stuff onto the shop yet, ready to go. But I'm thinking if you buy the main bundle, I will likely add these washi tapes in as an addition, a free addition to that bundle. So you'll be able to buy them as an individual item, but I think I'll probably throw them in with the main bundle, partly because I just think that it would be a crime not to have them. So I'm going to give them to you, of course. And that's back to the beginning. So as usual, 36 pages, 12 designs, 3 of each. Stunning. I mean, the paper pad alone. I know I'm a temptress, aren't I? It's this apron. I blame my apron, Lynn. So this paper pad alone, I just think is a showstopper. But then when you see the rub-ons, Olga's done quite. She's gone to open a parcel, hasn't she? So this is Olga now, as we're live, only just getting the parcel of products herself. So she's not had any making time. So she's planning to do lots of reels and demos with this one. So here we have a A5 set of rub-ons, 4 sheets, and these, honestly, they're just fabulous. So this sheet alone, how much use are you going to get out of this? You've got standard labels, kind of vintage style ones, but you've got lots of poison, shake the bottle, not to be taken, handle with care. So you can imagine how many places that you're going to be able to use these. And certainly I've been using them this afternoon on glass. You could kind of customize your bottles or your little jars with these kind of labels. They are, this sheet alone is worth the price of the whole set. But also glorious. So this is what I think Olga's done really well. Don't tell her this. I hope she's watching. But she is very, very clever at being able to combine slightly kind of more mysterious, darker elements like this moth, like this kind of astronomy or zodiac chart with these beautiful softer elements. So there are a number of large florals in this A5 collection, all with that watercolor splatter that Olga does. And what you will see with the splatters, and I've explained this before, is that the main image, the floral, is solid. It will be opaque because you've got the white adhesive behind it. The watercolor that sits around it is more transparent, so it melts into your project. Really, really clever. So that was number 2 and number 3, wasn't it? And you got, I mean, these elements are just amazing for backgrounds and I say echoing with the papers. And then the last one is a bigger set or another set of different florals. So the colour theme is beautiful. The fact that you're going to be able to really kind of combine them with pages, which, as I say, remind us of being in that kind of, again, that watercolour style, but being in the kind of the laboratory where somebody's using all their herbs to make their potions. So clever. Yeah, plenty of Olga stains there for you, Donna. So to make up for the loss of pigeons, you've got stains instead. And they are, Ali, aren't they? They're a good size, these rub-ons. You'll see when I start sharing the samples that these can be focal points. I mean, Ali's done a selection of kind of notelets or greeting cards, each one with one of these as the main focus on them, because they're big enough to do that. Of course, it's an Olga collection, so we have 2 rather spectacular stamp sets. This A5 one's called Drink Me, and we've got these large potion bottles, really ornate potion bottles. But really, I mean, they could be perfume bottles. You know, you combine them with some florals. They've got, you know, they just have that look of cut glass, don't they? And I love this love potion label. I think that's really cool. Again, you could make that into something quite dark, or you could make it into a really beautiful vintage Valentine's. So many ways to go. And then we've got Drink Me. Alchemy is the art of transformation for outward application only. So where we had space, we put some of those individual kind of labels that you see in the rub-ons, and you've got them forever then, haven't you? Because that's not a consumable, your stamp set. So that one was called Drink Me, and the other one is called Cast a Spell. And again, here we've got the kind of celestial elements. We've got the kind of the herbs. We've got a cat skull here, which Olga and I argued about for weeks. Well, we didn't argue about this one, but she wanted lots of them, and I only let her have one in the end. We've got the vials, the potion bottles. This is just a great set. Use your magic wisely is the sentiment in this one. So good size. One thing I will say, absolutely, always want to kind of be honest with you all, and our Rachel was the one to point this out when she was using it. I think at some point when I put this one into production, I must have flipped the image. So you can see some tiny writing here, and it should say some kind of berry. I'm struggling to read it, but the writing's the wrong way around. It's teeny tiny, so I don't think it will affect the actual overall outcome of a project, because I suspect this wouldn't necessarily be something where this would be too visible. But I just want you to be aware that I have somehow at some point flipped that in production, and I didn't want you to get it home and think, oh, that's the wrong way around. It is the wrong way around. I'm really sorry. So there you go. But it's a fabulous stamp set, isn't it? Really good images. 2 stamp sets, papers, rub-ons. Oh, I haven't talked giveaway yet, have I? Oh my goodness. This stencil is again kind of back to, I called it field notes. You've got your script, which you're going to use all the time, but also that kind of herbs, foliage type element, which I thought fitted in really neatly with the overall theme of the collection. And in Olga's reel, and I forgot to correct her on this earlier today, and she wasn't to know because she didn't have the products. It says 2 stencils. There's only 1 stencil. The other one, which is a starry spiral, is a super cute die, really cool die. This will cut into your cardstock, so you'll have a spiral of stars in the cardstock. So you imagine your potion bottles, and you could have the kind of stars kind of coming out of that. And this one is actually I don't know if any of you follow Clearly Besotted, the fabulous kind of company, and I do some work with and for Steph from Clearly Besotted, and this is actually one of their stencil designs, and she was very kind in letting me convert it into a stamp. I've scaled it up a bit because it was quite a cute wee stencil. I've scaled it up to be a die, but huge thanks to Steph for letting me use that image for this particular die. And this for me will work with so many collections. You've got your critters, you can imagine it's an all occasion. And then we've got two, I've told you about the washi. And then we've got two mysterious die sets. They'll be separate items. I won't be selling them together. One makes a matchbox. So you've got a matchbox. So let me show you a for example. So it makes a matchbox which you can obviously decorate and fill as you wish. And the drawers paper from the paper pad is a great one for this. I think this is by our Sarah, isn't it? I'm fairly sure it is. So I mean, she's got the butterfly there from the papers cut out. She's used the little book plate die, which is in the other die set. She's put a little handle on the kind of the drawer front that comes with the papers. Just fabulous. So you'll have lots of fun with these matchboxes. There's so much you can do with them. I've got some other great examples. And she's put the moth rub on acetate, so it comes it kind of has movement when you open it up. So yeah, matchbox, fabulous. What's cool about the matchbox as well, when I was putting that together, is I've put this die separate because it gives you the option of cutting a window into your matchbox or not. So if you wanted to have it where maybe you're using it to gift jewelry, etc., and you want a little display, you want to have a window in it, then you can cut a window out of your matchbox. Otherwise it makes a solid matchbox, and that's your choice. So yeah, that's a fabulous, that for me is just like, it just wants you to get making, doesn't it, really? Yeah, advent calendars too, Rachel, absolutely. And then the second die set is called Specimen slides. And this makes 3 different sizes of specimen slides. In fact, let me get my journal page and I can show them to you. So again, we're going with that whole kind of like science, herbologist, etc. Vibe. And so we wanted to have dies that kind of enabled you to create a kind of specimen slide with a window. You can imagine straight away how your rub-ons are absolutely going to work beautifully with this. A bit of acetate in that window and you're able to add a rub-on to it. I'm just turning around to get my journal because I did do a page with this collection. I might just show you the specimen slides so you can see them here. So I've just put some acetate in. They're cut out as a single, you fold them in 2, and then you can add your rub-ons into those spaces, and it makes a really cool kind of specimen slide. I just like the idea. So yeah, that's the other die set. That's everything. That's everything in the collection. So what I will do is a giveaway, because Ali will be like, for goodness sake, Sarah, tell us what the giveaway is. I'm going to do 3 giveaways. I'm going to do a giveaway. I will take the dies out of the equation. I'm going to do a giveaway, which will be the kind of core collection. And by core collection, I mean the papers, the rub-ons, the stamps, and the washi tape. That'll be one giveaway. And then there'll be 2 other giveaways, which will be a paper pad and set of rub-ons. So 2 people will win a paper pad and set of rub-ons, and 1 person will win the main collection here. I'm out of breath. It's not Friday. Hannah, it's going to be on my website from 8 a.m. on Friday. So I hope that you all remember and that you all come and have a shop with us, because, you know, say we've made the move away from TV, and we're really hoping that those of you that kind of have been real supporters of the brand, we still want to bring you collections which are really, I think, unusual and have a great variety in them. But obviously, you know, your investment in those collections makes all the difference. And as I say, I will be trying to ensure that the deals we offer you on the website will be as good as any you would have got if you were shopping this on TV. So I'm always on baked beans. I don't like baked beans, Brian, actually, to be quite honest. With Steve having been away, Mr. G having been away for the past 3 nights, I've been eating cereal for 3 days. So I think I think I'm hoping when he gets home tonight, I might actually get something solid to eat. Right, let me show you some amazing samples, and I'm keeping an eye on the clock. Oh, it's already 7:30. Yes, Hannah, I am moving away from TV. My headliner at the end of August was my last show, and I was sharing about that before I stopped doing TV. And the primary reason for it really is that I am still a single person business. I do all of this. I will be packing your orders on Friday, and it left me no capacity servicing TV shows. It left me no capacity to do anything else. So I really wanted to find a way of kind of bringing Funky Fossil to you in different places and different formats. And I've got some really exciting news that we'll be sharing early next week about another place you'll be seeing me and Funky Fossil on a regular basis. So it was just about balancing my time and deciding where and how I could best stay connected with all of you, do lots of great demos and give you lots of inspiration, and not necessarily just have all of my time absorbed in TV. I hope that makes sense. So I'm not saying I won't go back because I love it there, but I just needed a little bit of time to kind of take a breath and rebalance. So matchboxes first, because I've got them in front of me here. So we've had a look at Sarah's amazing matchbox. This one's from our Brian, and I absolutely love this. So he's obviously used Love Potion on the matchbox, and we've got some of the papers from the pad. And then he's done some of his fabulous kind of mixed media jewelry. I just love it. I totally adore this. So there's this, I think it's MDF, Brian, and he's glazed it, but obviously we've got kind of dark alchemy elements on there with the poison. It's just amazing. I love it. And this is why I think it's great this time of year. This matchbox is a perfect size for those giftables, and those kind of things that maybe you hand make but want to find a nice way of presenting them. GBBO. Oh, is it? Is that back on, Jane? I'll let you off then. I'll see you later, lovely. Here's one from, I think it's Ali, because Ali always does the fabulous work with heat embossing on black, and I've got lots of fabulous elements from the collection here, which I'm hoping she is intending for me to be able to use, because that's what I'll be doing. So yeah, lots of the elements here, sentiments, etc. So it's another great way of storing bits and bobs from your collections when you've been having a making session. It's from Ali. And then who's this one from? It's from Ali again. Ali was enjoying the matchbox papers, and this is stunning. This is an amazing make. So in the matchbox, she's then made a fabulous kind of concertina book. How cool is that? This, I think, is slightly narrower than ATC's in terms of what it will house, but it's that whole kind of vibe, isn't it? You know, being able to have all those bits and pieces from your collection, all the offcuts, and make something spectacular out of them, and then watch somebody not be able to fold it back up. There you go. Almanac, one of the stamps. Oh, I've definitely missed that one coming back on. Sorry, we're talking Bake Off. So that's another one, amazing one from Ali. And then here's one from Ali where this is one of the ideas that I had in my mind but haven't got round to actually doing, where she's combined the matchboxes into a little chest of drawers. And I've been eating these today, Ali, and then she's put little sweet treats in there. I assume they're for me. I'm not sending them back. And I love these. I love these licorice also. They're my favourite licorice also. So yeah, again, back to that whole idea of giftables. What a lovely, lovely way. And back to Rachel's idea of advent calendars. You can imagine, you know, this scaled up and there being a little treat in each of the drawers for an advent calendar. So there's lots and lots of things you can do with a matchbox style die. And these are great ideas to get you started. Where to go next? Let me show you my make, and then also some of Sarah's, because she does amazing 3D stuff. So talking advent calendars, of course you might remember my advent calendar that I bought out this year in June, which is obviously kind of this MDF frame and the die to make the boxes. But of course it doesn't need to be an advent calendar. It can be, as what I'm going to do here is kind of put lots of bits and bobs in it, and almost like have it as an apothecary stand or storage area. So, you know, brad, sequins, all those kind of bits and pieces can go in here. And then all I've done at the top is obviously using all the papers all the way around it. And then I've used my specimen slide. I've been adding the rub-ons to the little vials here, a bit of the washi tape. Just, yeah. So there you go. And really, really easy to do. For those of you that have already invested in the advent calendar, you'll have the box, the die that makes this box. You could buy another MDF frame and do something that's a completely different type of home decor and could be a bit more kind of Halloween-y in theme. So I'm really pleased with that. It actually doesn't take as long as you think it's going to take that make. As long as you have a good session of running things through the die cutting machine, you can literally sit in front of the telly and make the little boxes, and you're good to go. And I added rub-ons and other elements to those boxes just to give them a little bit more interest. Now let's get on to a bit of genius from Sarah. Sarah, is this one of Miss P's dies that makes the box frame? Is that what you've used to make this box frame? It is stunning. So she has such a really clever way of being able to visualize or take the papers apart and make like actual stuff with them. So she's made like a little chest of drawers here out of the papers. We've got a little kind of Sue, you'll like this one. This is very much your style. We've got a little what's the word? You know, the little pestle, mortar and pestle. These are even like little test tubes. I don't know where she gets these things. Just fantastic. So all the papers are really creating the scene for you. And then she's added elements to it just to make it into its own little vignette. And then in a similar vibe, I need to stick that little pestle down. And then in a similar vibe, she's used this glorious bookcase page and created shelves with little glasses and a reading light. And then I'm going to steal this idea. Inside, you've then got your fabulous little bottles of poison with the rub-ons on them. Isn't that clever? Little pipe. So yeah, I'm planning to borrow that idea because I think it's very, very clever. And that bookcase page is perfect for it because of the books are going in all different directions in the way that they're stacked. You know, you've got lots of ways of cutting into that and creating little surprise areas or kind of sections in it. Put this to one side carefully. uh, 3D makes. And then before I get onto the cards, we've got these two fabulous makes. I think these are both Sarah. They are. So she even includes pencils. And she's done the pencil, made a loop for the pencil with something from the paper. I mean, the attention to detail that these guys have put into their creations with this collection just really are over and above. So she's obviously cut into all the papers to make the cover. You can just see. I mean, there just aren't any words. You've got your little specimen slide there, your rub-ons. It's just brilliant. She's kind of put one of the rub-ons onto acetate there. Just so lovely. It's one of those where you keep kind of flicking through it and you see another little clever element and make. But as a structure, really easy to do. And of course, the scale of it then isn't overwhelming, is it, in terms of decorating the pages? So the stamps here, you've got your rub-ons. So yeah, Olga's going to have to go some, isn't she, to give us some reels that beat these makes. And then you've even got your kind of little ruler. She's used it just, yeah, fabulous. I love it. So that's a kind of little notebook, the kind of thing you can imagine somebody who's an alchemist using. And then fabulous clipboard here. I think, again, I'm assuming this is there she is, Sarah's name, because it has a similar vibe to the book. So she's made it like a clipboard out of just cardboard. Kind of, I've clipped on all these specimen slides. And these are just a joy. I tell you what, if you like making ephemera for junk journals, these are a joy to work with, because they're the kind of thing you can have fun with and have a little making session. And then you've got elements that you can be able to add to your cards and journal pages. Just really, really easy. I mean, even a kind of a pen nib down here. She's made a pocket out of the that part of that paper that I pointed out earlier with the flower on it. Cut out another part of the paper to kind of have the little tarot card popping out of it. Just so many things you can do this. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly that, though, isn't it, Natalie? In terms of the kind of the things that you can imagine, and they're so easy to use the rub-ons and the papers on. Really affordable elements to get you making. And I won't take too long going through the cards, because I know that, look at this, I've got a stack. I know the team will be sharing their makes, and I will definitely do a reel with them as well with the actual makes. Hi Leonie, lovely. Did you miss my apron? Okay, I'm looking very, very it's as good as a Let Leonie Loose apron, I think. I'm looking very smart today. The dog's now going mad because he's shut out of this room, so I hope he's going to calm down in a second. So look at this. Again, this one is it Sarah? Yes, I can see the smiley face. So what Sarah's done is she's used that starry spiral die, but used the waste, the actual the stars that it cuts out, to create this around the bottle. She's put love potion over top of the bottle. She's used the little die from the specimen slides set to kind of make that book plate. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, and there's stenciling and all sorts of stuff on here. Oh my lord, what is the dog going mad at now? Gold heat embossing. The cat skull's on there, Olga. You'll be happy. You'll be happy to see the cat skull. You've got your potion bottles here, and they're just so lush. So she's used the ornate one, and then the three smaller ones from the, what they're called, Drink Me and Cast a Spell. So these three are from Cast a Spell, and this one's from Drink Me. The rub-ons, they're just full of drama, detail. I say, there's just so much to look at with each of these. So I feel kind of guilty moving through them so quickly. But I also have so many. I love this. She's got acetate over some kind of green gold spray. So she's obviously done a spray background, and it looks like it comes alive. That little bit of just acetate just really makes it pop, doesn't it? Specimen slides, rub-ons. Honestly, it all works so well. This is an amazing make from our Brian, birthday boy Brian. So he's used the stencil in the background, rub-ons. Brian has an endless supply of craft card. I don't know where you get all your craft card from, Brian, but I love it. I always know what Brian makes. He's got some craft card on it. And then this is amazing. So he's created a kind of, again, almost like a journal or a memory book, using the specimen slides as frames for photographs, the papers. Honestly, it actually makes me a bit emotional to see how much work the team have put into these. We've got our timeless traditions washi tape on the edges to give that wood grain look. Stunning. I love it, Brian. Really lovely. And then I tried to mix you all up tonight, so I didn't have a run of just one person's makes. This is Brian as well. Again, the papers, the bottles, just the tags, layer upon layer, and it all works. Fabulous work. This again, I think it is from Brian, because he's done his stamp and spritz. So now we've got the blues, those moody blues that go with that paper. It's such a dramatic, I love that paper, so dramatic. He's got the moon in bloom die. I don't know if I've got any of those left. I might have one or two left, but again, they work perfectly with this whole kind of the celestial moonlit theme of these of this particular collection. Hi, Lou, lovely to see you, Claudine. They are good makes, Olga, aren't they? You're gonna have to really kind of put a shift in, mate. Then this is what the make I was referring to from our Ali earlier, when I was saying these rub-ons are a good size. So she's made a whole set of notelets. And each of them has one of the those kind of floral rub-ons as the focal point. So I mean, I'm not saying it's a massive card. It's probably about an A6 card, but you can see the rub-on alone holds that focal point. And then she's got the gold heat embossed elements in the background, and I love the way that shading just draws your eye in. Isn't that great? Hi, Leslie. I'm trying to see what. Yeah, I'd like them to do that as well, Roxy Lee. I think Olga's trying to talk Brian into doing a live with her. I mean, these makes are just, you say, a real kind of. I mean, I did I did my calendar, my advent calendar kind of storage box and my journal page, but then I look at all these things and I think, oh my goodness, how many hours have gone into this. So this is from Ali, and again, you've got your bottle there, specimen slide. I just love it. I love this one. I really love this one. I think it's Ali, and I don't quite know how she's done this. I think she's gold heat embossed these potion bottles, but then kind of rubbed some black into the gold heat embossing to age it. She can correct me if I'm wrong there. And then she's done one of her fabulous heat embossed backgrounds. So really lovely, really magical, that one. Then we've got a fabulous one here again, as you can see, as Sarah did in her kind of notebook make. Ali picked out this element from the papers to make that the focal point. But you know, this is the thing with the rub-ons, is they're everywhere, but they're so seamless in the paper you don't always realize they're there. So Ali's done stamping in the background, but she's got the poison, the arsenic poison labels in there. She's got the moons rub-ons, and so you can really customize your papers without feeling you're having to kind of take too much of a risk. Torn papers down the edges. I love this one. Ali's picked out one of the large elements from that pattern paper and then kind of clear heat embossed it to give it a real glaze, bit of dimension there. And then that starry spiral die again, but this time this is the cut into the paper. So a bit of gold heat embossed background, then that gold peeking through from the start, and then this fantastic cat skull there. Ali is the queen of heat embossing, and just being able to make that the stamps really sing, because she creates amazing backgrounds with them. And then again, the papers and the rub-ons just seamlessly working together. We've got one of our word banners here, and again, that looks perfectly in keeping once you've got it in those more muted colours. It's Ali, isn't it? This must be Brian, because it's on craft card. You see? I'm getting the hang of it. This is a lovely big card again. These potion bottles are really, really good size, so they're great for focal points and larger makes. And in fact, I know that our Belinda has put these on shrink and made fantastic jewelry pieces with them by putting them on shrink plastic, so they're big enough that they can shrink down and still be really usable. And then this from Brian again, and I love this. I love the fact they just left them black and white, but you've got your rub-ons all over this, stamping, stunning, really stunning. I've gone through all of that. I still not found my piece of card with my washi tape stuck on them to show you, so I don't know what I did with them. But hopefully from the makes that I've shared with you, you've got an idea of how they come out. I don't know what I've done with them. I'm so pleased with myself as well for thinking about it. So yeah, makes galore. Aren't they just fabulous? So you can see how inspired the team were. And I know when when I shared the collection with the DT, I hope you won't mind me saying this, but Brian was going to take a few weeks off to get his craft room sorted, and he and Philip have done an amazing job with their craft room, but he obviously pedalled really hard to get it done, and then he went, I can use Olga's collection now, because he didn't want to miss it. Did not want to miss this collection, and you can all see why, I'm sure. So let me put these to one side. I'm surrounded by fabulous makes, and oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them. Yeah, you did. You had, but that's why I can see that you like how much you liked it, Brian, because you only had 5 days and you still made some amazing pieces. So I'm going to just turn the camera around very briefly with my apron on. Craft Collective aprons. Can you see? I need to go on tiptoe. I hope you like it, and I was inspired, as I think you can see the design team were, because they always do an amazing job. There's no two ways about it, but it really sings when they completely get a collection and enjoy making and using every single part of it. So I hope you've been inspired by that. If you want, oh no, it's 8 o'clock. I was going to say I'd do a demo, but I don't think I've got time. Do you know what I'm going to do? I know, Lou. Well, I was just saying, literally just saying that at the beginning. I was like, I'm going to have to get this apron dirty because it doesn't feel legit until I start making it a bit scruffy. But they only literally arrived this afternoon. So I was saying, and I'll obviously, in case anybody missed, I was saying, if you do go over to the Craft Collective Facebook page, and like and follow us there, because then you get to see what Leonie and Paola and Erica and myself are all up to. On Friday morning, we will pick just a random name from the people that follow the page. You don't need to leave a comment, just be a follower or like the page, and we will select somebody to win one of these. So it looks really cool, but I need to send some out to the others. So remember, I'm going to do a very, very, very quick demo just to show you the specimen slide. I'll be doing my Make It Sunday video on this collection. I know Rachel has got inspiration to come on YouTube and hopefully on Junk Journals, and I'm hoping to be able to do a live with it on Crafting Together with All Brands. So fabulous places that celebrate all of our small businesses and the inspiration we bring. So you'll be able to see lots of both lives and recorded demos. I'm hoping, I've sent the collection to Leonie, and I'm hoping if she's got time this weekend, we might have a bit of a making session with it as well. But I know she's on air for the rest of the week, so I don't know if she'll be able to do that the weekend. But if she can, oh, look at her sharing her links. It's very organised for Leonie. If she does have time, then we were hoping to be able to, I could use the brilliant recent Stamps from Art inspirations with a kind of gorgeous, kind of really slightly gothic vibe artwork that she had from Rodrigo, which I know Olga would absolutely adore, and we were going to try and kind of mix it up. So we might do that this weekend. Watch this space. So you'll see loads of stuff with us making it. And remember, all of those of you that are in the in this live and commenting tonight, there's 3 giveaways. There's the complete collection as I showed it to you, and 2 other giveaway winners will win the paper pad and a set of rub-ons as well. I might even throw the washi tape in. You know what I'm like. I love that washi tape. So should I do a quick demo with the specimen slide, and then I'll let you get on with your evening, just so the dog doesn't sulk with me too much. Are you cooking here? Well, if you're around on Sunday, Leonie, but I know you've had quite a busy week, so I don't know if she keeps going, to be honest. You've not gone up north this weekend, have you? I think you're staying down in Oundle, right? So I had started to think about a page, which I'm not now going to kind of complete. I will complete it and share it with you, but I really don't want to take up way too much time. What I wanted to do was just show you how brilliantly these little specimen slides come together. So that is what I think I'll do, if you can bear with me. Demo. Will she ever stop talking, thought Donna. I would say Donna would be too polite to say that, but she wouldn't. She would actually say it. So, so yeah, I've already, out of a piece of the kind of the starry sky paper, I've already cut the specimen slice. So this is the biggest of the 3, and you'll see this is the only one of the 3 specimen slides that have the little holes in, which are perfect for brads, they're perfect for enamel dots, or just leave them open as you would prefer. But none of the others have this one, but I wanted the largest one to have that kind of way of being able to have a closure on it. So simple, run it through. It's a single die, fold it in the middle, and we've got the beginnings of our specimen slide. So I'm going to add a little bit of ink to the inside, because obviously you're going to be able to see to the back of the slide, and it's at the moment it's looking quite white. And I think, actually, I haven't got any light colours with me. I'm going to have to try and be super light-handed, but I won't even add any ink to the brush. See what I've got on here. I'll try and be really super light-handed with some Uncharted Mariner. I should have had my antique linen up here with me, and then I could have just taken the whiteness off this white cardstock. So that's all I'm going to do, is I'm just going to give it the faintest coloration. And I'm not needing to go right the way down to the bottom here, because really it's only this window that we're trying to kind of be aware of. So hopefully you can see it on camera that it's not a massive difference, but I want to add some rub onto this, so I don't want it to be so dark in colour that we then can't kind of benefit from the design that we add. So I'm thinking my ultimate plan will be, so I've done this journal page, as you've seen already, which is the much more kind of earthy tone one. So I wanted to do a journal page with this glorious paper here, and I'll do something which kind of has some golds on the background to really tie these two pages together. So I'm going now really much more with my kind of blues on my night sky elements. So I need to therefore look in my rub-ons to see what elements I have that will really kind of work with that. And I think already in my mind, I could go with this one. So this element here is mirrored by one of the stamps in the A5 stamp set. So I could go with that one. I was thinking there was here we go. This one I think I really like. So this is Signs of the Zodiac table here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put that behind our window, and then we'll probably put as well a further detail on top of the acetate that goes behind here. So we're going to kind of layer up our rub-ons. Now, you know, of course, that your rub-ons will layer on top of each other, so you don't need to have anything in between them. I could put this down on card, and then I could then put this rub-on directly over the top of it, and they would both adhere beautifully. So you can absolutely build up your designs directly. Now I'm looking for scissors. Of course, I've got my huge array. I can kind of go big or go home, but I'm going to just cut out this one here. You know, because you see me and I talk about this so often with our rub-ons, best to cut it away from the transfer sheet, but keep the rest of your designs on that backing paper, because that will keep them from deteriorating and also from sticking to other things. So keep them on here and just cut out the design that you're looking to use. You don't need to be, it's not a super careful, other than the fact Olga absolutely jams the designs in. So, you know, the challenge is being able to cut away an individual design. But what was I going to say then? But yeah, you don't need to do super careful fussy cutting by any stretch. It's you know, in fact, actually, sometimes the more area you have around your rub-on, the better, because it gives you something to lift with and to kind of rub your burnishing tool over. So it's not an exercise in fussy cutting necessarily. Now, what I'm going to do just before I put this rub-on on is give this, although we only put a very tiny bit of ink onto this specimen slide, the one thing I have found that rub-ons can be a bit temperamental with is any level of moisture on your surface. So I'm quickly blasting, just in case there's any residual moisture. I learned this because I'd done some distress inking onto another surface, and then I just was putting the rub-on on, and it just wouldn't go down. So if ever you have a struggle with your rub-ons, just be aware that it'll go on so many surfaces, glass, acetate, fabric, etc. But if you're putting it onto any kind of surface, it needs to be absolutely dry. So I know not all of this will get visible in the window, but let's just put this. Now, this is one of Olga's rub-ons, where I don't know if you saw as I was picking it up, it doesn't have any white adhesive. So this is a completely kind of I suppose a translucent rub-on. So if you'll see it completely here because it's gone on to pretty much a white background, but it's one of those that doesn't have any opaque adhesive behind it. So it means you can get some really cool layering effects, and it just melts, like when we talk about using rice paper. So I'm just using a bone folder. I think this these rub-ons come with a lolly stick. I think they do, but you'll have plenty of things that you can use. Oh no, they haven't got all of these ones. So you'll have to find something to burnish your rub-on with. I'm trying to avoid decorating my glass mat, so can see here. So you see there, just lifting it up gently, because it means that if I feel like an area hasn't transferred, I'm not trying to line anything up. But all that detail is just coming across perfectly. And I do think I've probably still got a little bit of moisture there with that distress ink. It does stay wet longer than you realise. Perfect. Oh, just that top bit then. So can you see there? How cool does that look? Just even that, and of course it's now seamless. It's just on the paper. There's no dimension. There's not like a lip so that you can feel, you know, if you're applying a sticker that you'd be able to see. So of course that's now going to look stunning. But I want to add a bit of acetate. I'll put some washi tape on my acetate so I don't lose it. No, I can't take the washi tape off my acetate, of course. I don't think I need to, really. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I do not know why I'm doing this. There we go. So I'm just going to roughly cut an area that I know can sit behind here. So this is a great invisible demo because I'm just cutting acetate. You probably can't see what I'm doing. So I've got that. What I also try and be conscious of is I don't want the acetate to cover these little holes, because if we're going to put brads in, then obviously I don't want acetate covering them up. So just take a little bit of there we go. There we go. That will work nicely. A bit of glue. So you can see what I mean about having a fabulous just kind of hour or two creating lots of these specimen slides with things that you've kind of cut out, your papers, rub-ons, etc. And then you've got fabulous kind of really unusual focal points or ephemera to use in your journals. There we go. Now I've been a little bit, you can see, I don't know if you can see, I've got a bit of white adhesive showing because I moved my acetate down below the window, but it will dry clear, so I'm not going to worry myself unduly about that. So I'm going to stick this down. And the reason I've added the acetate on this occasion is because then we can apply another rub-on over the top of the acetate in the window. So it's sitting over the background that we've put in behind the window. So can you imagine if you have kind of like dried flowers or things like that, you could be making these fabulous little slides with them. Let's add then an element that we think will sit nicely on top. I could go with that moon. Shall I do that? I think given I'm looking for a celestial themed page, let's go for the moon. Reach for the moon. It's not a moon actually. I think it's a compass. There we go. I don't think it matters which way up I do this. So again, you could cut this so it fitted perfectly into the window. I'm not going to do that in the interest of time, so I might get a little bit of the element just peeking out at the top. It's such a dark dark paper, it's not going to be visible, so I don't need to worry. And then we'll just get this. Now this shouldn't have the same issues because of course this has gone on to acetate, so there's no moisture there. There's just that little bit of a lip where the card and the paper sits. Let's see what we've got. And of course, these are already fairly distressed elements or images, so it doesn't really matter if you don't get perfection. But I think we did. Look at that. How cool does that look? So, oh, thank you, Ali, for your dimensions there. So then, simple as, who's still got brads in their stash? Come on, let's get them used. Now, the wings or the legs or whatever we call these things on the back of the brads are a little bit too long for the back. So you'll have bits poking out. But because I'm not using them for actual actually to kind of close or close the specimen slide, because it's already glued down, I can just cut that away because it doesn't need to be super strong. Right, quick put away, and then that will be specimen slide done. And brads are made of fairly soft metal, so I've never had a problem cutting them. There we go. Or the only thing I would have done or would do is probably add a little bit of ink around the edge, just where obviously there's the two pieces of cardstock have stuck together. But I think that looks really cool. Yeah, exactly, Kath. Get those brads used. I haven't used them for years. So how cool does that look? And then just think, all you're going to need to do, and I will do this and share a picture with you in the group, is all I'm going to do is add a bit of kind of gold heat embossing from the stamps onto this page. We're going to have this here. I'll probably use some of the moths from the rub-ons. There's a big moth. Where is he? Here he is. This moth. I'll probably use this night moth, and I'll probably use the sentiment, use your magic wisely in the corner, and then that page will really fill out. But having this kind of fantastic specimen slide with the rub-ons, it just looks like you bought something. It looks like you bought ephemera. It just gives you such a great finish. So that is as much of a demo as I'll do tonight, because I am conscious of time. I'm conscious of the dog, and also yeah, absolutely, Lynn, it would do. I mean, you'll be able to, with this, stick it onto acetate, and you can cut them out as individual butterflies. So you've got a whole host of butterfly elements on there. That's what I did, actually, not to that extent, but on here. I don't know if you can see. Can you see kind of a little measuring tape? And all I did was stick the washi onto acetate and then turned that into a roll, because obviously the washi itself wouldn't have the integrity to be a roll. So yeah, and I've stuck the washi there on that bowl too. So you could absolutely cut out those butterflies from the washi tape, put it on some acetate, and you've got lots of embellishments there. So many ideas. Right, I'm getting a flush on here. Getting a flush. Wow, getting a flush. Hopefully you're inspired and excited, as excited about the collection as I am. I hope you can tell I'm super excited about it. I know Olga's massively excited. She literally received her collection as we've been chatting in our lives, so I know she'll be getting straight into making mode. I know Belinda only got it the other day and is already making some great things. So we are really going to have so much fun with this and sharing all of our ideas with you, and hopefully you'll be making along with us before too long. Remember that the collection is live in the Funky Fossil on the Funky Fossil website and the web shop from 8 a.m. on Friday. I will do my absolute best to make it a fab bargain and collection that you'll be able to get as many bits as appeal to you and your type of crafting, whether it's 3D makes, whether it's journaling, whether it's card making. I think we've shown it can pretty much do all of it. I'm going to reach over to see whether the wonderful Ali has shared any winners with me, because she always does. She has. She's so good. So the winner of the full collection that we showed at the beginning is Dawn Lifton. Well done, Dawn. Dawn, didn't you win one of the prizes from mine and Tony's craft battle last week? Crikey, will you pick my lottery numbers, please? So yeah, Dawn, you've won the full collection. Rhiannon Richards and Julie Brown, you have each won a set of the papers, the rub-ons, and I'm fairly sure I said the washi tapes too. So those will go out to you, Rhiannon and Julie. Full collection to Dawn. I'm fairly sure you're all customers that I'll have your addresses. But if you're in any doubt about whether I have your address, then please do message me, private message me on Facebook, so that I've got it and can get it sent out to you. Remember to click that link to the Craft Collective webpage, because there's still the chance to be winning our fabulous apron, and stay in the loop with all of our fantastic events that are coming up on the horizon. And I hope you've all had a lovely evening. I certainly have. Loved your company. Thank you so many of you for joining us tonight. Stay tuned for lots more inspiration coming your way with Dark Alchemy. I think we're going to be busy with this one for certainly at least the next week or so. Anything else I need to say, everybody? I think I've covered everything. I think I say our Leonie's on the job when it comes to helping sort out workshops for the first quarter of next year. So those dates are nearly ready for us to start sharing with you. I better take a breather, see whether the dog's eaten anything while I've been in here talking to you. And I hope to be seeing you again on social media over the next couple of days. And hopefully you'll be placing some orders with me on Friday. But for now, have a lovely rest of your evening, lovely rest of your week, and I shall see you very soon. Bye.